What's going on, everybody? What's good? Happy Tuesday morning. Hope that everybody, as always, is staying blessed, taking care of yourself out there. Hope that you're getting a decent start to your morning. We know it's still early. As y'all can probably tell, we are late as hell. Ain't finna lie. Been working nonstop, doing our shows, keeping up with our schedules and workout and everything. On our end, and we had to get a little sleep this morning. We had to get sleep in a little bit. So I blame. I don't even know. It feels like it's here. Y'all already know. But our body is like, girl, you gonna sit your behind down somewhere and get you some rest, which we do plan to do in a couple days. Was Monday for Labor Day, cause you know what I'm saying, we Muslims, so we don't honor any pagan days. So we figured just tough it out, for the rest of the week. We still got to get caught up on bills and everything else that's going on anyway. So we really can't sit here and take no break and get no rest yet. Yeah, all that good stuff. So with everything, we got planned and scheduled, for the next couple of days as far as work, doing our shows and scheduling and working out and keeping up with everything, which we're doing good. We're doing real good with that. So we're definitely proud of ourselves, but we're gonna make sure we keep going, do what we got to do, and next Monday, that's what we're shooting for. We're gonna finally take us a day off. More than likely sleep. Ain't finna lie to y'all. More than likely sleep and still getting ready for our birthday, which is in 2 weeks, y'all. We thinking we might do an episode or a special, episode for our birthday. We haven't decided yet, but we'll keep y'all updated on that. And if we do, it's just gonna be definitely reflecting on our 20s and our 30s and our adolescent years and all that, and who we are now. I think we might definitely be on camera for that one. So, like we said, we'll see. We haven't decided yet, but we'll let you guys know. But anywho, welcome to another episode of the Queen Mimi Radio Show. And we didn't even know this, and we just looked it up while we had the music playing. Today apparently is Women's Equality Day. We did not know that. And apparently today, we got our rights, and, we treat equal as women, so on and so forth. Things we had to fight for because there was at one point where women weren't allowed to work, vote, so on and so forth. And throughout the years, I don't care if you're black, white, Mexican, whatever your race and nationality is, even your religion, we faced different types of hardships, setbacks, discrimination, not being treated fairly, especially in the workplace. A lot of women don't get paid or get treated the way that they should. They deal with sexual harassment, people trying to push up on you and do all kind of things. And dealing with everyday life, domestic violence, dealing with your family, standing up to them, relationships, business, just being yourself, period, as a woman. Like we said today, this ain't about race, this ain't about religion, none of that, because we know all women are dealing with this, especially now. Especially now. So whether you black, white, whatever your race is, your culture, all that stuff, you face different stereotypes. People make their own assumptions, so on and so forth. Just like with us, and we're just gonna bring this up for topic, purposes. Even us being a Muslim woman, people ask us all the time, "Are you allowed to have more than one husband? You allowed to have more than one wife? Are you allowed? Are you allowed? Are you allowed?" Oh, I heard. Oh, this person said, and we just sitting there like, "Yep, here we go." Everybody think they know what they're talking about, ain't got no clue at all. Even us, being a mother, being a black woman, people think we from Africa. And we've been asked that numerous times. And we just looking like, do I really sound like I'm from there? Like, seriously. And we do want to visit Africa one day, don't get us wrong. But we sitting there like, is that how we sound? I know you can't sit here and tell us that's how we talking. No, people tell us we have an accent. I don't know. We don't hear it. We've been told we talk with our tongue. Now that we have picked up on, but Africa, no, no, y'all. We was born in Georgia, grew up in Florida. Now we here in Chicago. None of that. So we've never even been And that's not where our people are from either. You know what I'm saying? A little side note. But you hear about different cultures, you hear about different races and their nationalities, and we've never been a type to assume anything. And we open to learning all types of things, about people's cultures and their identity and all that good stuff. And where they come from, how they operate, the food that they eat, make sure we can eat it, of course. And the food that they eat and all that good stuff. We would love to learn about that. Absolutely. So that's the type of person we are, for real. Um, so we never make them type of assumptions. You don't know what people go through in their culture. I don't care if you Chinese, Japanese, Hindu, whatever. Everybody always make these assumptions about different cultures. Women, are we supposed to walk 6 paces behind your man? We supposed to cook, clean, and do all that stuff, and we are, but we ain't nobody's slave. You know what we saying? Nowadays, we hearing what women bring to the table and what you doing and where you at and when I'ma see you and all that stuff. And the woman got to be the man and the woman because you ain't got nobody to rely on. That's another thing women deal with. The way we dress, we supposed to dress modest and all that stuff. And it's like no matter what you wear, what you look like, or how you carry yourself, somebody's still gonna reckless eyeball you and look at you like you just everything but a woman. You know what we saying? And it is hard. It's like it used to be where women was afraid to like go out at night or even go to their car, check their mail or do simple things like that without getting robbed, unalived, or, essayed, things like that. Now people just doing it in broad daylight. This youth is not gonna make it. Real talk. That's no shot. But look at social media. Look at what's going on. Look at the news. Even Frumpy cracking down on everything that's going on. Like, y'all think y'all finna keep doing this? The government about to crack down. Like, and we like, oh, we know, oh, can't believe we about to say this, but we like, yeah, that we agree with. Because our generation, I mean, our parents sent us outside to play, have fun. And anybody from our generation, these words. Be in the house before the street lights come on. You already know. So as soon as you see them, people, I got to go, y'all. Your parents had to come looking for you. You got a whooping. Real talk. We already know. But this generation, parents want to be their kids' friend. And you know what? I'm gonna piggyback off what we just said. Even people, let me make this clear. Some people from our generation still like to be their parents' friend. It didn't happen as often, but we noticing from relationships we've been in, and people we done dealt with, somebody babied you, somebody footballed you and messed you completely up to think like you can just treat people the way you can and be a wife and all that stuff and just be just so cold and condescending towards them, and you think nothing's gonna happen to you. You can go talk about them and treat them any kind of way. They loved you. What you did was gonna hurt, but you still did anyway. So we convinced that some parents from our generation did that, but now it's like everybody's doing that. Even you going out and working, these kids just ride their little bicycles in front of you, skateboarding in front of you, just talk about you, do whatever. They be out all times, the day and night. And we looking like, shouldn't you be in school? We the old school. Shouldn't you be at home? Like, why? No. We did that with our kids. Get your behind. If I got to come look for you and these street lights on, you in trouble. Nah, we didn't play that. That's how we was brought up. But that's another thing that we deal with as women, just speaking up for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Standing up for ourselves. It's like you damned if you do and you damned if you don't. Like people talk about you, they judge you, especially, during that time of the month. And look, fellas, speaking as someone that has that, it ain't easy on our end either. Y'all think it's disgusting and nasty and horrible, and we the ones that got to go through it. Look here. It's horrible as hell. Let me make that clear. It's horrible as hell. We don't even want to go through it. We know we don't. We as women, we don't. We hate it because it slows us down. As soon as you get that momentum, and it's every 3 weeks or like 21 days, something like that, it's coming back again. You know what I'm saying? We feel like we could put a hole in the wall, we could tear down a whole damn building, all that. But think about this, ladies. Don't know if you ever have, but we're the only creature that's been on this earth that can bleed every month and we can't die. We give life. We push a whole human being out of us. Some of us, yeah, twins, triplets, quadruplets. We take our hat off to y'all. We've had one baby at a time. We got 4 kids. For them women that have them triplets and quadruplets, we take our hat off to y'all. Even if you have 8 babies, we really take our hat off to y'all. We would give me a C-section. I'm not doing all that. And I know some women have. And that's just as important as giving birth. That baby is still coming out of your body. So yes, we agree. Giving birth and having a C-section is equal. That baby is still coming out of your body, but they cutting you open or not. And that's one of the things that men don't appreciate. We can bleed every month and not die. That shows how much power and strength we have as a woman, and then push a whole human being out of our body. We go through so many emotions and thoughts and processes and issues and self-esteem and self-acceptance and all that stuff. And we go through this every day, every month. As a woman, like we said, we're not talking about race and no religion or nothing today. We're talking about women, period. You know what we're saying? This is stuff that we go through. Whatever your identity is, whatever your race is, whatever your religion is, whatever that may be. Now I'm saying people have their own assumptions about how you should carry yourself as a woman from their point of view now. They ain't walking in your shoes from their point of view, because we've been told this. We've been told this by our ex-husband. Now I'm saying, a real woman would do, X, Y, Z, and ABC. A real woman wouldn't run and hide. A real woman, he did nothing but criticize us and belittle us the whole entire time we was together. Now he got an attitude because we cut him off. Like you've never supported us. You never seen us as a woman. You a man trying to tell me how to operate as a black woman, and you're not even operating as a black man correctly. You are so weak, full of emotion, full of pettiness, full of childishness, and some of these men, they act like more of a woman than we do. Like, for real? And you gonna sit here and tell us, man, just criticism. Never had anything good to say unless he wanted something, unless he could get something. Then we was all fine and cool then. Unfortunately, we got a child together, but still cut him off. Mad as hell. We know. And we got to deal with that when we go to Florida. But all women have dealt with something like that. We don't care if it's a relationship, on the job. They tell you how you should operate and look and talk on the job. Sit here and be quiet. Don't say nothing. Let the men talk. You heard that phrase. Excuse me. It's men talking. You know what I'm saying? Shut up. Like, oh, since I'm a woman, I can't say nothing. I'm a woman. I can't have an opinion. I'm a woman. I can't stand up for myself. Who told you that? Damn the voting. Let's get all that out of the equation. We get so fed up a lot of times. We see videos on social media. We see men and women talking about it, about how they think women should be. Why don't you get yourself together? Then you can come back and tell us what we need to be doing. Nobody out here is perfect. There's a lot of women. There are a lot of women that's making it look bad for us because they're out here being straight hoes and bottom feeders. They rather use what's in between their legs, what's in their shirt, or what they sitting on to get what they want because they don't want to work, use their brain, actually put in some work and some time. They rather take the shortcut, not realize you're taking years off your life. You exposing yourself to all kinds of diseases because nobody's going to tell you if they got something. They should, but nobody's going to tell you that. They're not. A lot of people don't even want to get checked. They don't value or respect their body. And we'll be the first to say, we did respect our body. We're going to put it this way. We did respect our body, but we gave it to the wrong people. And that's one of the things and all the damage we have to fix now, which is one of the reasons why we're working out. You see what we're saying? So as a woman, you do have to respect ourselves. You're allowed to carry yourself however you want. Just make sure you're being respectful and all that. We are not the ultimate judge, none of that stuff. But being a woman, whether you quiet, like we said, you damned if you do and you damned if you don't. Whether you quiet, you speak up for yourself, or you assert yourself, or you just, I'll just be what everybody wants me to be, or I don't want to be what everybody wants me to be. It's gonna cost you, the relationships, opportunities, but they weren't for you. So anybody that has a problem, or they tell you too much, You ever meet a man and he tells you too much for him? 9 times out of 10, he's right. And what that means is he ain't got the capability to be with you. He can't take care of you. He can't handle you. He can't manipulate you. He can't lie to you. He can't use you. Because a lot of men claim they want a good woman. They want a good, strong woman. But when they get it, look at how you treat them. So with that action, because we go by action, with that action being shown, that's not what you wanted. You wanted to give so you can change and break it down like a damn fraction and get her to be who you want her to be. That's not who you really wanted. A lot of y'all want women to be your mama, your maid, your confidant, your therapist. That's not what we here for. We're supposed to be helping you. We're supposed to be how you say this? We're supposed to be one half of you. We're supposed to be a team, supposed to work together. But a lot of men don't want that. The other relationship we was in, this man wanted to be in the spotlight. It was all about him. He had us around so we could cook, clean, sex, serve him basically. Treat him because I really believe his parents effed him up, like real talk. Because this man thinks he was just entitled to everything because you're a man. Baby, beating on people, you run into your friends every time something goes wrong. You got your woman helping you pay bills and you not doing nothing for her to show no appreciation. You don't come in the kitchen. Hey, babe, show me how to make that. And I'm saying, I want you cooking all the time. I'm saying, let's be equal. And I'm saying, let me get a washer and dryer in the house so you ain't got to worry about going no laundry, man. You come into her life and you make things easy. You support her. You uplift her. There should be a glow and something shining within her. And you give opportunities. You give her the world, basically. But a lot of men don't want that. And that's not what this person wanted. We was just there to take care of him. We never got no rest, no sleep. We didn't feel free. We felt controlled. Every area of our life was controlled. This man blocked us from opportunities that probably could have helped us blow up. Who knows? But that didn't work out. So obviously it wasn't meant to be. But had he not blocked it, who knows what would have happened? Now, meanwhile, we supported everything because this what we do as women, right, ladies? We support everything our man do, our family do, our kids do. We there for everybody, but we forget to be there for ourselves. We down for them, 10 toes down, support them, take care of them, and they treat us like garbage. And somehow we become the problem. Remember, when people can't control you, manipulate you, like we say, use you, and said this over and over, and you don't want to be who they want you to be, which who cares? Because you don't even know who you want to be. You the bad person. You the villain. You the bad guy. And at one point we got tired of that, and then we just like, okay, cool. Embrace it. Embrace the role. Get your ish together. Do everything you got to do. Yeah. Live up to it. Or they say I'm the bad guy, I'm the villain. Well, they look good, right? They always look they one in the movies. A lot of them got dead. True. But they still look good. So might as well embrace it, right? Might as well live up to it. Because some women, and we going somewhere with this. Some women, they cool being a stay-at-home mom, they happy and all that stuff. Some women, they choose not to have kids, they want to focus on their career, get their life together. And some women, they get their career all to a certain level or whatever, then they have kids, all that. Everybody's different. But we saying all that to say you don't have to conform to the ways of this evil world. You don't have to be what other people want you to be. Be yourself. If them people fall off, or scratch that, when they fall off, because they are, let them stay where they at. They couldn't handle you. They didn't know how to love you. They didn't know how to accept you because they don't know how to do them things for themselves. They have no clue how to do them things for themselves. So how are they going to do that for you? That's something we had to learn and figure out. They can't. They can't do that for you. And that's something we had to learn, the hard way. Well, we go through a lot as women, you know what I'm saying? And we y'all face some stereotypes. Let's say you black, white, whatever your race is, whatever, excuse me, whatever religion you follow, whatever your nationality is, whatever. We all have faced it, as women. You know what I'm saying? And your confidence is key. You know what I'm saying? Love yourself, take care of yourself, Like we said, be yourself. Just make sure you're being real, authentic, unapologetic. You're not hurting nobody. We can't say that enough. You're not out here using nobody. Just be yourself. And if people don't like it, they can get on. You're not here to convince people you're a good woman and you're a good person. And we know that's what we spent years doing, because people was lying on us and talking about us and gossip and slack talk, all that. And we was wasting time while they was laughing, trying to prove that we was a good woman and we was not who these people said we were, because we didn't want to be with them no more. All the while we getting laughed at. We want nothing but a comedy show, and now people don't like us because we want better, for our life. And we know a lot of women can relate. A lot of women have shared the same story we have. Some haven't. You know what we saying? Um, Whether or not you have, you've learned at some point, I got to be myself. I'm cool with being by myself. I'm never going to be anybody's cup of tea, and I'm never going to be good enough for people whose life, number one, I don't want, and number two, that ain't even cool with themselves. So you have to realize that when people look at their life, when they talk about you or they judge you or they think, okay, they got a so-called attitude and all this stuff and they don't like you for whatever reason, look at their life. Look at their health. Look at their religion. Look at their diet. Look at who they with. Look at their house. Look at every single area of their life if you able. And even if you're not, pretty sure they still not doing better than you. No woman has ever been talked about by somebody that's doing better. They've always been talked about by some silverback, gorilla looking woman that ain't doing no better than them. Even a man that ain't taking care of themselves, look dirty as hell, and ain't doing no better. Nobody has ever been talked about by people that's doing better. It's always people that's doing worse. So that's why we say that, and we going to keep saying that on our show. When? Because we going through it. When people do that, look at their life. Do they really have anything you want? No. We could say no for ourselves. Absolutely not. I don't care if it's the man, especially somebody we've already had. If it's a dude we already have, we definitely don't want that back. We're not finna spend the block. We're not finna go back to what damn near broke us and kill us. No, that means we ain't learned nothing. That means we haven't gotten stronger. All this work we done put in for the past 4-something years. Even if we was to leave our husband today, even if we left him today, but we would be happily single. Happily, because we know what's out here now. We know what we facing, what we gonna be dealing with. So why in the world we go back to what damn near broke us, or even go out here and find something new and got to start the whole getting to know each other and opening up and being comfortable? We about to be 40 years old. We really don't have the energy for that no more. And besides, whoever comes next, you know what we're saying? We good. We will be good. Trust us. You ain't got to give them to no pressure, do nothing. But remember, people that's talking about you, 9 times out of 10, they ain't doing no better, or still doing the same stuff that they've been doing while you elevating and growing and learning, and you taking responsibility and you being better. So don't even worry about it. Whatever's meant for you, you're gonna have it. We don't care if the door was open or if you walked through it yourself or you walked to the water and you drank it, whatever it is, or you had your own realization, your own epiphany, all that stuff. It don't even matter. As long as you got there, you bumped your head up against the wall 1,000 times. Hey, look, you still got there. It don't even matter. Whatever stereotypes, whatever assumptions, whatever thoughts, or whatever people say to you ain't got nothing to do with you. They're ignorance, because a lot of people don't want to read. They don't want to do research. They just assume from what they hear, or because they dealt with somebody, that everybody is the same. Not all white women are the same. Not all black women are the same. Mexican, Puerto Rican, whatever. African, all that. Nope, they are not all the same. Not all women are the same. So we gotta stop putting people in one category. It's gonna cost you every area of your life when you want to be something different. As a woman, it is hard for us to do that. And respect, oh my God. People blame that on us all the time when you can't control other people. We can't stand when we hear a woman's been, somebody's forced themselves on a woman, being essayed and everything. And the first question people ask is, what was she wearing? What the hell does that have to do with anything? That's so ignorant. No matter what a woman is wearing, as long as she's carrying herself in a modest way, that man is supposed to have self-control over himself. But he's not, because he's a bottom feeder and he wants one thing. And we're seeing a lot of these videos now on social media. You know, men try to talk to women and they say no, and then the man gets an attitude and they start calling all types of bees and hoes and all that. Yeah. Oh, she was stupid for not talking to you. You already showing her what she missing out on. Because the second you get mad at her, you get attitude, that's how you're going to talk to her. That's how you're going to treat her. Second, you can't get what you want from her, you're going to talk to her disrespectful. We know because we've been through it. We saw this one, who was it? On TikTok, this young lady was jogging, and this is what we were saying earlier, like you can't even go out during the day no more. People want to harass you and mess with you. You minding your business. This girl was out jogging, wasn't doing nothing about nobody, nothing to get no attention. And this guy in the car, guess he decides he wants to shoot his shot. And when she didn't reciprocate and pulled out her phone, because this guy got out the car and started messing with her, like we said, calling all types of bees and hoes, just being disrespectful, and you wonder why women don't want to talk to you. Know what I'm saying? You just feel like since you want to talk to her, she got to reciprocate and give you a shot. No, she don't. Just because you want her, she got to reciprocate and give you a shot. No. Woman ain't obligated to do nothing she don't want to do. Now, when we was coming up and men approached us, we got the attitude sometimes, or we got to, okay, you have a good day. You do the same. You know what we saying? So, from what we heard, I think this guy was arrested, but he got released. I'm not sure she's pressing charges or whatever happened, but this guy had a gun on him. And his boy was in the car, didn't get out, didn't try to stop it. He was in the car laughing. We dealt with that too. You know what I'm saying? When your friends come to you about your relationship problems and that's so weak to us, that is so weak to us. If you're not man enough to sit down and work it out, even if y'all decide to separate or you agree to disagree, you always want to run your mom or your friends or everybody else, but that person, if you're so quick to want to get away from them, you know what we're saying? When something goes wrong or something goes down, ladies, you need to get the hell out of there. They don't even like you. They don't respect you. They barely like you, and they just putting up with you. A real man will be sitting right there. All right, babe, let's talk about this. Or you know what? Let's go to sleep and talk about it in the morning. No, a coward runs to his people. A little pussy runs to his friends and tell all their business and just tell their side because they want to be the victim. And they know who to go to because they know what they're going to see and do. They're going to condone and approve everything they're saying. They ain't going to tell them, boy, go home and work it out with your girl. They ain't going to tell them, hey, look, you wrong too. You talking about her. And all the things that we went through, relationship, this happened. We weren't even wrong. We just stood up for ourselves, let this person know you're not finna talk to me or treat me like that. They wanted to really control us, and we let them. It's so easy to happen, you know what I'm saying, as a woman. We get caught up in that and we don't even realize it. We let this person control us, and when they couldn't get their way, took off out the door. Or a little disagreement. Took off out the door. I'm gonna go talk to my boy about you. I'm gonna teach you, I'm gonna show you. Oh, what, that you weak? That you can't even control and handle your own relationship? What the hell he gonna do? Nothing. Did nothing to help at all. And you that much of a weak, you're not even a man. Yeah, we said it. You're not even a man. You run every time something goes wrong. You're not sitting there working it out. You don't like that person for real. They just around because you're getting the benefit off of them. And women, that's something we've dealt with. That's why a lot of men, they don't love us. They don't like us like they say. They don't. They just tolerate us and put up with us because we're willing to give our damn all. We're willing to give everything. And they know this. And they in their brain, well, she ain't going nowhere. She ain't never gonna leave me. And I'm saying I'm it. I'm the best that she gonna get. But if you the best that I can get, then I'm screwed. I ain't gonna make it. And we will leave you. We don't care who you are. Don't get that comfortable. Don't get that cool to think we are never going to walk out that door. You are not that special. We love you. Don't get us wrong. We ain't stepping outside, cheating or doing nothing. Don't get us wrong. But boy, don't get that comfortable. Because if we don't want to be with you no more, what you gonna force us? Nick, bye. We don't have to do nothing we don't want to do. So that's one of the things we dealt with. You know what we saying? Dealing with us, it's been a lot of stereotypes we done broke. But dealing with us, we can say one of the top ones was that people think they can just treat us any kind of way, you know what we saying, and they can still stay in our life. People can still talk about us and treat us cold, and we still gonna be cool with them. That we're never gonna leave them alone. We're never gonna cut them off. We're never gonna stand up for ourselves or defend ourselves. And that's one of the major things with us. Oh, we'll do that in a heartbeat. No, anybody that knows us, and we mean really know us, especially now. No, we are not putting up with that. Especially when we know deep down we're not treating you that way. What you thought? And they don't like that. Because that means they can't control you no more. That means they can't use you no more. And especially once they lose access, they don't know what's going on in your life. All of our exes are blocked. Even our kids' fathers are blocked. Majority of our family, that's all. We don't even care. Cool, we ain't speaking. That's why. We stood up and no, I'm not gonna take this no more. You're not gonna keep treating us like that. We don't deserve that. And two wrongs don't make no right. Because everybody be so quick to say, well, I only did it because you did. Oh, so you ain't got no self-control? You don't know how to control yourself? And remember, people that do you wrong, especially you a woman, real talk, they're never gonna take responsibility. It's always gonna be your fault. Always gonna be your fault. No matter what you do, it's just like we said already, and we're gonna keep saying this on our show. You damned if you do as a woman, and you damned if you don't. For real. You know what we saying? You're gonna be the problem. You're gonna be the problem. So you might as well be the whole damn problem. For real. Just being real about that. You're never gonna be good enough for people or be enough for them. They not being enough for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well just be yourself. It's hard enough out here being a woman as it is, and you want to play the role and fake the funk. Nah, we did that too much. And we can only speak for ourselves. We push y'all can't with that, but we did that way too much and we didn't benefit off of it. Nothing helped, nothing changed. We did, looking back now, charity work. Because our life damn sure didn't get better. We didn't glow, we didn't elevate, we didn't learn nothing. Oh, wait, take that back. We learned a couple things. We can go down each relationship and tell you what we learned, but we'll do that on another show. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of growth in this world that is still very much needed when it comes to women. There's a lot of knowledge that this world needs when it comes to women. Like we said, we're not talking about race or religion today, but there's a lot of studying to get the truth of how women's supposed to be, what they are and what they're not supposed to be doing. Taking care of home, cook, cleaning, raising the kids. And you know why don't you work? And if you choose to work, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? We doing that right now. You know what I'm saying? We haven't really seen, maybe it's just us, where society has moved forward. Women are still struggling to get equal pay in the workplace. You know what I'm saying? Social media exploits us, and a lot of these women are doing it to themselves. Relationships, we haven't really seen anything that's changed to move forward either. It seems like the men are getting worse, and still got to fight for different rights and stuff. These so-called laws these people make up, we still got to fight for that. In the smallest ones, we got to fight for. Honestly, we haven't. We watching the news, we on social media, we haven't seen nothing where it's changed. And that's why a lot of women, they work from home or they start their own business, whatever the case may be, or they decide I'm gonna take a different path, I don't want to do this no more, whatever it is. But women seem to be really getting in their own lane. That's one thing we have seen grow and change. And decide I'm gonna take matters into my own hands. I'm gonna take my life, my happiness, my peace, all that into my own hands, because if you anything like us, you have realized that you the only one that's in control of that. If you got people that support you, they there, that's all fine and good. But whether you do or not, you still have to do it for yourself. You still got to get out here and do it. You still got to love on yourself, support yourself, motivate yourself. Just like us, we are tired as hell right now. Don't feel like doing nothing, but we get our daily motivation, our daily affirmations, all that stuff, because we got to get out here and get it. We ain't got nobody to rely on. And one thing we know a lot of women would like to do is be soft and be more feminine, but that's hard to do in this world because you got these weak little boys, can't even call you men, these weak little boys that just want to have sex with you and make love to you, but they don't want to take care of you financially, put no money in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Do anything that's going to take the load off your shoulders. A lot of these weak men, little boys, are bad. Want to, like we said, add more pressure and just wonder why you stressed out. They think you a damn machine supposed to go here, cook, clean, do this, do that. They don't do nothing to help you relax. They don't take nothing off your shoulders. They add more, and they don't even care. They don't even care because they're benefiting off of you. They're getting something from you. So I mean, why would I care? You know what I'm saying? As long as I can use you and do whatever I want to do with you, we all fine and good. You know what I'm saying? Why would I want to change that? You know, why? It's going good for me. I'm saying it's going real good for me right now. I'm getting everything I want. You not. We gotta do better with that, ladies. We gotta take our power back, and that's what we did. That's why we left every single relationship. We did not see a future with them no longer. We was done. It's like we just woke up one day and took a look at them and be like, "Boy, you ain't it for me. You are not it for me." That's why a lot of our exes don't like us because we cut them off. We finally woke up and saw them for who they really were. And after all the magic and all the lust, because we can't say love, lust, well, we just looked at them one day. It was some, whether it was something they said, it didn't even matter. We just looked at them one day like, no, this, I don't see a future with you. That's why we say we don't miss none of them. We didn't see one no longer. We didn't want one. We wanted better. We wanted our life to get better. We have our own dreams, our own goals, and we know a lot of women go through this that we want to do with our life, and you're gonna block all that. We keep you in our life, whatever blessings, whatever is supposed to be for us, we're not gonna get it. We're not gonna get it. It's gonna be blocked because we got the wrong people around us. You know what we're saying? So, especially as long as it is on the past couple years, um, it's helped us to make so much progress and open our eyes, and we've learned so much about how strong we can be with or without a man. And we're supposed to have one. Don't get us wrong, but we know we can be strong, solo too. So that's how you got to be. That's how we was raised by a single mom. You know what we're saying? That did the best she could, took care of us, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? A black woman. We a black woman. We the Asiatic black woman. We a sister captain. We a Virgo. All that. Wrap all that into one. We're the original. Everybody's supposed to want to be like us. And that's what we out here pushing and motivating every day to be better. You know what we're saying? The progress and the strength we found within us, our voice. We don't even care about being seen or being popular. We never was gonna fit in anyway. We never were because we just cannot be fake. We can't be something other than ourselves. You know what we're saying? Even when we was there, that's why we never fit in as a woman, because we're not willing to break ourselves or sleep with somebody, contrary to what people said. You just with me because of my name. You just with me because of, boy, your name helped me do a damn thing. Shut up. And besides, even if it did, you controlling every area of my damn life. You controlling every area of my life. So how am I using you? You the one using me. And they know they doing that, but instead of admitting the effed up person that they are, instead of admitting the effed up person that they are, they're gonna blame you. They're never gonna hold themselves responsible. They're never gonna even apologize to you unless they can get something from you. You know what we're talking about. All my grown people. They're good. Yeah. Then they'll apologize. And then they're gonna go right back to being a dick 24 hours later. All that. So that's what inspired us, wanting to be better, actually wanting to pursue the things we want to do, wanting to look better, feel better. We're tired as hell right now, but we're working towards it. Looking better, feeling better, more energy, more momentum, um, being fierce, powerful, strong, motivational, inspirational, all that, actually wanting to help people and not just being about ourselves. We can't say that for a lot of people. They just want to make money, get paid off of you. You want to work for free. That's why we said we're not on anybody's network, on a radio station, none of that. We're on our own show now. We're doing everything on our own. I don't care. We don't never have a guest on our show again. We still gonna keep doing, I'm saying, what we doing. Because we gonna do it different. We're not here to, be viral or be famous or have everybody like us. We're not a pussy. We're not weak like that. Call it whatever you want. But if you got everybody around you that like you and all that, yeah, you a people pleaser. We've never been like that. We've always stood up and opened this mouthpiece of ours. Please believe that. Another reason why people don't like us. Because everybody makes this mistake, and this ain't got nothing to do with us. That they think we a weak, feeble woman that ain't got no backbone, ain't gonna stand up for herself or defend herself. And we ain't got no hands. So that's my fault. You thought I was a pussy and I ain't had no hands and I wasn't finna. No, that's on you. Stereotype, assumption. That's what men think with a lot of women. Then they F around and find out. We know that phrase now, F around and find out. Then they looking embarrassed as hell. Now they mad. So she is to blame because you thought you could just talk to her and approach her and talk to her any kind of way and treat her any kind of way. And she not one of them. We're not the only woman out here that's built the way we built. We know that for a fact. And we're not competing with them. Should we love to meet them? Hell, we would love to meet them. We could probably roll together and build something together and change this world and end all this evil that's going on. We would love to meet them. Like we said, we ain't in competition with nobody. We support, help, whatever. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. Please, let's go. But we know we're not the only woman out here built like this, especially from our generation. Like we said, we're going to be 4 years old in what, about 2 weeks? Yeah, about 2 weeks. And going into that, well, whatever time Allah gives us, we wake up every morning, but it's going to be some changes. We believe that. There's going to be some changes. We ain't playing around with y'all no more. So we going to be a little bougie. You know what I'm saying? Upgrade everything. We say everything, we mean everything. People already talking about it. You know what I'm saying? We might as well. Let's go. So, we already acknowledged the areas where growth is needed. But yeah, lessons we've learned, we shared that already. Yeah, but we've learned a lot. We've learned a lot. We've changed a lot. We've grown a lot. And we know a lot of women are on that path as well. They're on that path as well. So keep going. Keep going. Keep shining bright. Keep being you. And for those that don't like it, forget about them. They were never even in your lane. They were never even in your circle. We don't care if you're in a workplace, you at home, you dealing with family, relationships, your kids, you still come first. We're not saying don't be there for them. We're not saying don't keep that door open because we still got the door open for our kids. We ain't talk to them, but we're not finna cut them off. The door is still open. They ever want to call, reach out, cool. But you are grown now. So the only thing we're going to ask you is what you going to do. We're not finna give out no more money. We're not finna give out no more help. If it's for our grandson, we'll do it. You know what I'm saying? But you grown? Nope. We'll give you resources. That's about as far as we'll go. But we're not saying close them doors. Keep them open. You know what I'm saying? For certain people. For your kids. You'll say for your kids. Because, you know what I'm saying? Don't turn your back on your kids. Don't ever do that. But if they start speaking to you, still keep that door open. Because you never know what could happen one day. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going to have nobody else. They're going to come running back to you. Trust us. But you got to make sure you stand firm on what you say and all that good stuff. And still at least listen to them. You know, let them vent, whatever the case may be. And just, okay, so what you going to do? And the reason why we're asking that question is, and this like us when we're talking to our kids, well, you got to decide what you're going to do, sweetie. We can give you all the advice we want, whatever resources, tools, but it's still going to be up to you to decide what you're going to do. This is one of our missions with everything we got going on is to let women know you still have a voice, baby. You still got power. You are forced, especially if you only knew Like for real, this world is gonna tell you something different because they have no idea. They don't know what the hell is going on within you. They look at these TV shows and movies, listen to this music that majority of it is garbage now. We don't even listen to the radio anymore. We produce and make our own beats. That's what we listen to in the car. Us. So all that, no. You are a force to be reckoned with, honey. You are a brick house. We know that. You are not weak. You are not small. You are not irrelevant. You have a purpose. You have a meaning for being here. This is something that we've learned. We don't care where you are. If your job don't appreciate you, go find you another one. Start your own business. That man don't appreciate you and you're not getting what you need, and we're not talking about material. You're not getting what you need from him as far as emotion, support, all that. We ain't even talking about sex. Be by yourself, or take your time, get yourself together, find you somebody else. But remember your worth. Wherever you at, whoever you dealing with, remember your worth. Scratch with the stereotypes and assumptions this world makes. They're going to keep doing that. But you just got to live your truth, your realness, your authenticity. Be 100% you. Just like we said, just don't be out here being a dick. Don't be out here doing nobody wrong or being, you know what I'm saying? Don't do nobody wrong. Treat everybody with kindness and respect. They are not going to always reciprocate. So we can get that fancy out of our head, but you still in control. That's it. That's all. So what we're going to do, ladies, and thank you to everybody that's joining in with us this morning, is we're going to go ahead and take our first break and play some music for you guys and rest this mouthpiece for a minute. All that good stuff. And we will be back on the Queen Mimi Radio Show. Just like that, we are back on the Queen Mimi Radio Show, and we're basically talking about, women's equality. Today is supposed to be Women's Equality Day. We did look it up and confirm that for ourselves. So yes, it in fact is. And we was talking about a whole lot in the first segment, just where we've grown as women, speaking up, stereotypes, so on and so forth. So now we're going to talk about equality in today's world, and then we're going to close out, take our last break, play some music, come back in, and do usual, you guys, all our social media. So, equality today, like we said already, especially as women, we don't feel like anything has changed in that area. We still out here fighting, we still out here working. We still out here hustling. We still out here grinding. It seems like things are getting harder and harder the more and more we work. We get less and less of what we deserve the more and more we are out here working. The more and more we out here getting it in, putting it in, however you want to put it. And we still have to fight just to be respected, just to be heard, to be seen, other than a object, or a sexual object. And like we said, a lot of women ain't making that easy. They objectifying themselves, and then like, you shouldn't be doing that. And we seen women like that. It's called what they say, a thirst trap now, whatever. We don't even know. But these are the same women that do that, and then they turn around and put a half naked picture of themselves on social media, and then they play like they didn't know they was gonna get that attention. Girl, even when we was modeling, we can tell you now, we was getting a whole lot of attention. Everybody was in our DMs. They was always conversating with us, talking to us. We was cool because one was working hard and doing, good Lord, 1,000 things at one time. And this is when we had our kids. You know what I'm saying? Um, and then of course we was doing modeling, so we was in bikinis and dresses and makeup and weave and nails and half naked. So of course everybody was cool with us. Started accepting Islam. Where everybody at now? Don't even talk to them. Don't support nothing we got going on. So no, we don't feel like equality means anything to anybody. Everybody out here is either evil or they cold. They just do whatever. They don't feel like it's gonna be any consequence. Oh, it's not that big of a deal. Oh, okay. Until it happens to you, right? You know what I'm saying? It's not fair. People don't care. And racism still is here. Yeah, we said it. There is no equality unless you want to break yourself and be like them. Unless you want to seep your way to the top and be known as that woman that got passed around. Or you want people to compensate you something like this. Hey man, all you gotta do is do X, Y, Z, and A, B, C, and she'll sleep with you, bro. That's it. You don't want to be one of them women. Thankfully, we wasn't, and we wasn't willing to be. We probably would be on by now. Scratch that. We would be on by now. Nope. Not willing to be one of them women. If you don't want to work with us because you actually believe in us or you believe in our talent, no hard feelings, but we would rather you not. We really wouldn't. We're not one of them. We're not built like that. We know we have greatness and talent and the voice and the story to tell and a lot of things to offer, and our body should never be one of them. We ain't judge anybody that has. We don't know what they was going through, what they was facing. Their back was against the wall. We don't know. Get your money, do what you got to do. But we just tell people do it the right, be an inspiration in a righteous manner. And a lot of people out there, they don't. They don't. People will blackball you and start working with you over the smallest stuff, which just lets you know what they was around for anyway. They was just around for the money. They just wanted to get on through you, use you, and now they did that. They're gonna find something wrong, and that way now y'all beefing. You don't like each other. You don't even really know why. You know what we're saying? So gender, race, opportunity. Oh wow, opportunity and your voice. Your opportunity and voice, them the top two for us. Because like we said, if you're not willing to break yourself or break yourself down to seep your way or whatever, and you willing to shut up, you don't even use your voice or stand up for yourself, you're gonna be cool with people. They'll do whatever they can for you. As long as you don't check them, you don't stand up for yourself, you're gonna get every opportunity, whatever's I'm saying comes your way. Until that one day, that one night, whatever, you're like, nah, I don't want to do this. I I ain't know it's gonna be a part of the plan or whatever. Now they're gonna blackball you, they're gonna talk about you, they're gonna block you from whatever opportunity. You know what we're saying? And it's sad. There's no equality. You know what I'm saying? And a little kindness, a little appreciation, actually help people. Don't look at them like they're a dollar sign, like they're a human being. They have a dream, they have something they want to do with their life, and you squander it and you squish it because of your own ego or your own personal issues, and it has nothing to do with them. If you can't help somebody, damn, at least don't hurt them because it's going to come back to you in the long run. People don't realize that. The energy you put out there towards women, it's real. And some of our women, we treat each other like garbage too. We compete with each other. We compare ourselves to each other. We want what that other woman has. Look, whatever's meant for you is meant for you. Don't worry about what that next woman got. You don't know what she did I'm saying to get that. You don't know what she did or what she didn't do, what she went through, what her story was. You ain't found none of that out. You just took one look at her from the outside, and now you got attitude. Now you don't like her. And our people out here killing each other, unaliving each other, stealing from each other, bottom feeding every day. But we the main ones that got the nerve to say out of our mouth, let's contribute to making equality real. Let's make it last and let's come together. Let's help each other. They don't mean that. Look at their actions. Look at everything they're doing. Y'all know, look at social media. We don't care what race you are. Look at what everybody's doing to each other. Everything but the right thing. You know what we're saying? So you just, as a woman, like we said, you just got to find your own lane, stay in there. We would highly suggest stay to yourself. You ain't got to please nobody. You ain't got to, you know what we saying, be nothing you don't want to be, do nothing you don't want to do. We told our daughter this, you know what we're saying? And we will, like I said, we will say this, people show more kindness, like actually help each other, not use each other, get to know each other and, appreciate each other. Love yourself. Get the truth, number one. And everything else gonna follow suit. Love yourself, get the truth, and then you can help people and actually help people, not use them, not treat them like slaves, and get out your emotions, get out your feelings, get out your ego, get out your pride. That's gonna run people off, and then you want to blame the world, even women, for whatever you read or whatever you going through or whatever you got going on. But it's, you gotta look within yourself. That's something we had to do. We had to take responsibility. Like, we was done wrong. People put us through hell, whatever. But we had to take some responsibility too, because we ignored it. We stayed around thinking things was gonna get better, family, relationships, whatever. Thinking things was gonna get better. It didn't. We should have, when we left, we should have stayed gone. But we had love and we thought things was gonna change. We can tell you from experience, baby. If you stay around and it's bad, it ain't gonna do nothing but get worse. And as women, Equality Day, that should be every day, not just one day. Because that's something we feel like just from watching the news, social media, in our everyday life that we're still fighting for. And yeah, we are a black woman and we face our own hardships and setbacks. We've been dealing with that for 400 plus years. We still haven't seen our black women really rise up, wake up, get the truth, reclaim their own. We're the only one that we, actually, it's us and one more female. We had her on our show a while back. Other than us, she's the only one we know of that's out here giving the truth, that's actually out here helping people and, motivating them to be better. And that's something we finna get into, motivational speaking. We're gonna start that up in 2026. I finish our classes and all that stuff, but trust and believe. Everything we doing right now, like we said, we're not that type of person. It's not just for us. It's for us to show, look, we came from a crazy messed up background. We made our share of mistakes and horrible decisions. You know what I'm saying? We was not being the woman and activating her, becoming her like we should have been. You know what we saying? We could have did a lot better. We didn't know better. Now we do. So everything we doing is not just for us, even down to the way we dress. We dress different, okay? And we're not meant to dress like everybody else. We're not supposed to even look like anybody else. We're supposed to look like our individual self. Our individual self. So equality, obviously we know ain't no gift. It's supposed to be a right that we honor together as people. And like we said, from the news, social media, everything we see people say and do, all that stuff, even our daily routine, we be out working, we don't see it. We don't see it. People walk past you, they don't say nothing. We miss days when men actually held the door open for you. They'll let that door close. Chivalry is dead. You know what I'm saying? Courting women is dead. And a lot of women don't want to date. And we trying to explain this to our damn husband. A lot of women don't want to date anymore because they sick and tired of dealing with somebody's unhealed son. That whoever raised him messed him up so damn bad. Now he don't know how to treat you. No woman wants to keep dealing with that. And we know we're supposed to be in relationships and we're supposed to love. That's how we are. But women our age, women, period, they are sick and tired of dealing with somebody's unhealed son that don't want to deal with what's wrong with them or don't want to be better and all that stuff. We've dealt with one too many relationships with that. That's why we said if we was to leave our husband, we would be happily single in peace and solitude. We stay to ourselves anyway. So that would not be a problem. We ain't got to run out here and get some new, you know, we ain't got to run out here and get a new man. Why? What we rushing for? Well, we won't. We got to build ourselves up and get ourselves there. And then, who knows? We don't know the future. We might find them. We may not. But either way, we going to be good. We can promise you that. Oh, please believe that, sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? Um, One small way, people can practice equality is just treat people the way you want to be treated. Be yourself. Just don't be a dick. Don't be a B. Don't be an A white. You know what we're saying? Don't assume things with people, with women. Get to know them, their nationality, their background, their story, their religion. Get to actually know them and don't go based off what you hear about that person. Because 9 times out of 10, it's coming from somebody they cut off or somebody they don't deal with no more and they don't like that person. So they're not going to say anything good, no matter what this woman does. And we know they're not going to have anything good to say because they just full of hate and anger because of something that person did or a mistake they made that they can't let go of. So they want to project that onto them and they can't. So now they talk about that person through other people. And we know because we went through it. Probably still going through now. Wonder what them people talking about. Don't really care anymore. But we would say this to anybody that they did that to and they just believed them. Like, you should have came and got to know me. You should have came and found out about me. You chose not to do that because you sit here thinking, why would they lie? Why would they even take the time to do all that? Because they don't want to deal with the effed up person that they are and they don't want to take responsibility for what they did. How hard is that to figure out? It's easy for somebody to make you the problem than for them to look at me and be like, I messed up. And the messed up part about that is it don't mean you're a bad person. You messed up. You just learn from that and you move on. But a lot of people they claim they're growing, so it's time to tell the truth, communicate, and apologize. Everybody is grown until it's time to do that. It's always everybody else's fault. You cannot keep blaming the world, ladies. Yeah, we're talking to you. You cannot keep blaming the world for your problems. Yeah, you've been through hell. That man did you wrong. He cheated on you, beat on you, whatever he did. But we stay around, and we're not saying we deserve this. We stay around. They thinking in their head, oh, okay, I got her. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know. Oh, I got her. I'm sorry, I can control her. She ain't going nowhere. Okay, so that's my limit on what I can do before she say something. Cool. Then they're gonna stay within that line because they know you're gonna put up with it. So like we said, none of this has anything to do with you. We just saying our actions, what we willing to accept and put up with. That's that man gonna be there like, oh, okay, so this your limit. So I can do this. Not let me be better. You hear what I'm saying, ladies? Not let me be better. Not let me, get my money up, get my credit up, get a loan, you know what I'm saying, get some credit cards, get a house. Not let me be better for her. Just the limit I can go to, or if how I can treat you bad before you say something? No. This the limit I can go to of treating you bad before you say something. That's how a lot of these weak little boys think. A grown man don't do that, sweetheart. A grown man gonna come into your life, even if he ain't no millionaire. If he got some type of money, he gonna take care of you. And a lot of us, yeah, we messed that up. But for the grown women, but we waiting for the day we hear these words. Don't worry, baby, I got it. We gonna melt. We can promise y'all. We just gonna be like, huh? It's gonna be like you speaking French to us, and they're gonna be, well, you all right? What's going on? You have no idea how long we've been waiting to hear them words. You have no idea how long we've been waiting to hear them words. Whew, it's coming though. And even if we gotta say it to ourselves, hope that makes sense. Hey, we got it. We're gonna be all right. Please believe that. But like we say, yeah, treat people the way you want to be treated. Don't be out here spreading evil and adding to everything that's already going on in this messed up world. Just treat people how you want to be treated. It's not hard. Show a little kindness. Actually help somebody. It's not hard. And who knows what you'll get in return? Does it always reciprocate? No. We know this from experience. But at least you're not out there spreading the evil. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing we can think of. Get to know people, where they come from, their background, all that. Don't use it against them. Good Lord. But get to know them, where they come from, everything. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be surprised. You might find something in common. But people don't think like that. They just meet you, look at you, and no comment, no using your brain, none of that. They just look at you and just take off. And they think they know you. Not realizing you had a life before you met this person, so you probably already been through some stuff already. People don't think like that. They just think about themselves. And they will show you. Please believe people will show you how they feel about you. Well, look at here. It's sad, but people will show you how they feel about you. And that's something we have to discern as well. Treat them the same way. Watch how pussified they turn. Yeah, we said it. So what we're gonna do, y'all, is we're gonna go ahead and take our last break, play some music, and when we come back, we're gonna give you guys all our social media where you can catch the Queen Mimi Radio Show and all our other shows, and we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Get some strength, get some energy, and get this day started. So we'll be back on the Queen Mimi Radio Show. right, y'all. And just like that, we are back on the Queen Mimi Radio Show. Apologies, y'all. We had some technical difficulties just now. Lost dang on Wi-Fi. It absolutely sucks here, which is one of the things we're gonna be working on changing. But anywho, we finna wrap up anyway, so we're not even tripping about that. We're gonna give you guys all our social media. Like we said, we can catch the Queen Mimi Radio Show and all our other shows as well. Then we're gonna go ahead and get out of here and get our day started. All that good stuff. So first and foremost, you can catch the Queen Mimi Radio Show this Tuesday. And like we said, we got a little late start this morning, y'all. We had to get us some rest, and we realizing we up under a lot of stress. We got a lot going on, and we noticing some changes with our body too. And you know what? That just gave. See, we be getting ideas while we be talking. We're gonna start talking about some uncomfortable, things as far as women and all that with our bodies and our period changing and stress and all that stuff. So we gonna working on some new stuff for next year. So we can't wait. But yeah, you can catch the Queen Mimi Radio Show. Just thought about that too. We gonna do that next year. We can't wait. But you catch the Queen Mimi Radio Show this Tuesday and every Tuesday morning live. Had to get a little late start, like we said. Gotta get some rest, and apparently we gotta check on some other things too. Gotta make sure our body is in sync with everything that's going on. It's like we couldn't even move this morning. Our body was like, in zombie mode. Like we got hit by a bus. I don't know what the heck was going on. But yeah, we're gonna be live this Tuesday and every Tuesday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. And you guys can subscribe to our YouTube, the Queen Mimi Radio Show. LinkedIn, Queen Mimi, Twitch, Queen Candy 85, TikTok, Queen Mimi, Clubhouse, Queen Mimi 77, Red Note, Queen Mimi, and you can catch the Queen Mimi Radio Show over on Zeno Radio. You just go to Zeno Radio, type in the Queen Mimi Radio Show, and bam, we will be right there. It's available 24/7. You will hear the latest episodes, which we got to upload some new ones, which you're going to do that at the end of this week of the Queen Mimi Radio Show and past episodes as well. And you will also hear some of our spoken word and some of our instrumentals because we are producing and making our own beats now. So go over there, check that out. Share with a friend, all that good stuff. Let's get everybody in on the word and everything that we got going on. And we mentioned Twitch. All of our shows gonna be the same time on Twitch. All of our shows. You can catch the Queen Mimi Radio Show every Tuesday. We're talking topics. That'll be Thursday. Queen Mimi blog every Friday, and of course the Queen Mimi podcast every single Sunday. And we're gonna keep saying this exact same way. We are in the studio writing and producing new music now, you guys. That will be released 2026. We're gonna go ahead and finish out this year, get everything rolled up, tweak, however we, gonna do it, all that good stuff. And also producing our own beats as well. We're gonna put them with our old music, make a whole nother account, and that you guys can go over there and check that out and follow us on them platforms as well. But in the meantime, you can catch Miss Candy Music available on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, and Pandora. You can catch all 4 songs: Soul Survivor, I Am, National Anthem, and Selfish. And you can go over to SoundCloud under Queen Mimi, and you will see all of our music. Check it out, share, like, comment. We would love to hear from you guys, and we would greatly appreciate it in advance. But like we said, we're going to take all our old music and put it with our new music. We're going to do a whole nother account next year under Queen Mimi. Miss Candy, that's the old version of who we were. She even exists no more, but we still gonna promote that in the meantime. Yeah, all that good stuff. So we're gonna have all that set up next year, and yeah, we're gonna have some new music for you guys, and we cannot wait. And also, last but not least, you can catch all of our shows on all podcast streaming platforms: Anchor, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts, just to name a few. And once again, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Queen Mimi Podcast. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here, you guys. Gotta get out here and get our day started. Walk, drive around like we crazy as hell. You already know. But you guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Don't work too hard. Stay safe. Take care of yourself out there. And we'll talk to you guys Thursday on Real Talking Topics. Y'all have a good one.